here the last time, my name is Ben Williams, and thank you so much for being part of this process. It's critical, I think, as a candidate and as a district to find that right fit. There's a lot of folks out there that know a lot about education. However, it's about the right fit. It's about the ability to build a sense of team and make that connection, not only for me, but obviously for you as well. So thank you for being here and being part of the process. When I found out I had an opportunity to do a presentation tonight, I thought it'd be a great opportunity for me to talk to the board and the folks who are here a little bit about what I would do in my first 90 days. New candidate coming to a new district, it's really important that I make those connections and be very strategic about things I do and in the certain order I do them. So without further ado, let me take it to the first slide here. Looking at the orientation process, pardon the kind of fuzzy up here at the top, I would begin by scheduling some meetings, of course, with district level administrators. I'd start off meeting with directors, supervisors, all of the staff here in the central office. And one of the things I talked about last time and I really feel strongly about is to get a feel for the district. I would tour all of the buildings, all of the district-owned facilities, and meet the staff. If school were still in session, one of the things I like to do, I ride the buses. I've done that everywhere I've worked, and I can't think of a better way to figure out where the district boundaries are, where the kids come from, and where they live. It's really important to me to make those connections with kids and families. So that will be part of my process here later this spring. I then would identify high-priority building, facility, and program needs, and with the team, start gathering that information. You can never have enough information with which to make a good and informed decision. Then I would take a look at district and school zone boundaries and look at our historical attendance patterns for our in-district, and our school of choice students, and try and figure out where we may have opportunities to increase our enrollment. As with all districts, I know this district has had some enrollment decline, and those things are really detrimental to the bottom line. And in order to build that future, you have to retain the kids you have and attract new students. Following that, I would then have multiple meetings with Assistant Superintendent Winnie, CFO Morgan, and Central Office Administration, and take a very close look at all of our current bargaining agreements, take a look at our enrollment trends, our fund balance, and then look at areas of highest priority for late spring moving into the summer of 2016. I know the job posting talks about as soon as possible, but no later than July 1. It would be my goal to get here before July 1. I have a senior son graduating, so I probably can't get here too much earlier than his graduation date, but I would want to get here before the end of this fiscal year anyway to be part of that planning process. With that information, I would then, of course, look to discuss, define, and develop a draft of fiscal priorities for the district moving forward. I would then schedule meetings with individual board members. While I know the board's name, other than that, I don't know much about them, and they really don't know much about me. And so as we build that sense of team, it's critical for them to get to know me on a personal level, on a professional level, what makes me tick, and me them. And so I would really spend some time sharing what I gleaned from my walk around the district, my bus rides around the district, and begin to make connections with what I see as some real needs, and make sure that jives with what we see as a district and what our district and board goals are. Then I would take a look at making sure we have alignment. If my goals and things I see aren't quite in alignment with what the district goals are and that mission and vision, of course it's my job to make that alignment work. I'm the new guy coming in. Then I would go about setting up some orientation meetings with all of the presidents and the leadership teams from the local bargaining groups. This is critical as we build that sense of trust and open communication. I would want to talk about recent trends in wages, benefits, working conditions. Those things are sometimes touchy topics, but they are the bread and butter of what brings us to work every day. It's critical to have an open sense of trust and communication with all of our employees. Everyone who works here in the district is of extreme importance to me. And I want to make sure I keep those lines of communication open and build from there. In doing so, I would schedule regular monthly meetings with leaders from each bargaining group to make sure I'm building that trust moving forward. beyond the school district, of course, it's incumbent on me as the superintendent. I need to know who our partners are in the city of Taylor. So I would be looking to set up meetings with police, fire, EMS leadership. One of the things that I've kind of held as one of my cornerstones as a school leader in all the places I've worked is a safe school or a safe district is a place kids feel comfortable and a place teachers feel comfortable and staff feel comfortable, and then good learning can take place. So I would want to take a close look at our school and district crisis plans and look for ways to strengthen our shared relationships and partnerships with those local agencies. One of the things I've done successfully in the last 2 districts I've worked is really built a strong bond with police, fire, and EMS to the point where we have weight rooms, we have gym facilities, we have basketball courts, and we have local first responders. So I've worked with them and provided keys for them in districts where I currently work. Come in and lift weights after second shift. I can't think of a better thing to do than to have a squad car parked in front of a school at midnight. And if you're in there and you're exercising and you're an officer, we're building that bond. You're in the building, you have a sense of who we are and what the building facility layout looks like. And we're looking for ways to have those informal partnerships because when we need that formal relationship, those groundworks are already laid in place. I would also meet with key personnel in the city of Taylor, in the clerk's office, of course, the tax assessor's office, and the treasurer's office to take a look at all of our millage rates and all of those things that really come on the business and the fiscal side of the coin. Moving a little further out, I would then have meetings with the Wayne RESA leadership team and take a look at what are our relationships with Wayne RESA, what sorts of career tech ed, special ed millage, technology millage, any upcoming bond election partnerships that I need to get to work on right away, that I need to really do a lot of reading on and learn about. These are things that for all districts are critical with a healthy relationship, whether it's the ISD or the RESA in this case, to make sure that there's that sense of partnership moving forward. Discussing our shared services and building on those existing opportunities will only help all of us improve opportunities for our students to access those higher ed partnerships. Then I would take a look with our building principals, curriculum directors, and our instructional coaches at the district improvement plan and our school improvement plans, making sure we have alignment from bottom to top. We want to make sure that the school goals are targeting the district goals and that those are all in alignment with, of course, the board goals that we have established. Once we all have vertical alignment from bottom to top, we really are pulling the rope in the same direction. And maybe it sounds cliche, but it's pretty magical when you have 500 and some employees, all with a common vision and mission, and we're working towards the same goal. The goals begin to happen. Except you got to get everybody on the same page up front. Now that's a whole lot of work, a whole lot of meetings, awesome opportunity for me to read and collect information. Kind of boiling that all together, I would then want to talk to Board President Riley about looking at the first board retreat. We would want to sit down and look at our board meetings procedures, our committee meetings, our committee of the whole meetings, and I would then share and discuss my summary findings for my first 3 months and sit down with the board and say, okay, what are my priorities? Let's figure out what the goals are for me for this year and beyond, and then hit the ground running. I'm the kind of guy that gets here early, stays late, and if I've got my goals in front of me and my team built around me, then the sky's the limit. So, and that's it.